Hello and welcome to my meditation. My name is Deborah Baker and I'm delighted that we are able to be together today and that I get to be outside. Can you hear the sounds of the outdoors? So there's a mower in the distance and some birds, a little bit of wind in the trees. So let's begin with our 3 nice deep breaths. I apologize for the congestion. I've been dealing with it for weeks now. It's just become part of my daily round. I don't even notice it so much anymore. So breathing all the way down into our bellies. Slowing down the exhale. I invite you to just relax your body. Let's begin with our feet today. Curl your toes under, kind of clench your feet like you would clench your hands. And then relax them. Sorry, I got distracted with my cough. And then do your lower legs, your calves, pull them up tight, and then relax them. And then your shins, kind of tighten them up and relax them. It already feels good to relax. And you know what? That's going to be the theme of our meditation today, is relaxation. We're going to do some techniques to allow ourselves to relax. This would be a good meditation to do before you're going to do something that might make you anxious or nervous, like if you are nervous about flying or if you've got an event coming up that kind of makes you feel uneasy. Let's make this a meditation you can return to again and again to get back to your center. So now we've got the calves and the shins relaxed and the knees. Let's focus on the front, the tops of our thighs or the fronts of our thighs, kind of tightening up the quads. And then let them go. And then tightening up the backs of your legs and your hamstrings. And then let them go. Now notice from the tops of your legs all the way to the tips of your toes. If there's any part that's not quite relaxed, tense it up for a second and let it go and encourage it to relax. And now let's begin with our glutes. So all the muscles that you're sitting on, if you're sitting, if you're lying down, you know what I'm talking about. And your pelvic floor, just pull all that up tight. Hold it for a second. And then let it go. And then do the front of your pelvis. Pull all of your lower ab muscles in. Imagine kind of like pulling your hips in tight. Oh, it's wonderful. The sun's coming out. And now let it go. Let's focus on the midsection. Imagine like your muscles all around your midsection just kind of pulling in together. Front, back, just like you're squeezing your middle. And then let it go. Let's do all around the rib cage. Relax that. Pull your shoulder blades together in the back. Tighten it up and let it go. And then pull them forward. Tighten it up and let it go. And now let's do our hands and the fronts of our lower arms. So pull your fists in together and then turn them and kind of tighten that up for a second. Squeeze it. Actually, you're stretching this, you're tightening this. Let it go and then bring your hands the opposite way and tighten up. And now do your triceps. If you're seated, kind of pull your arms behind you and tighten up your triceps. Let them go and then pull up your biceps. Tighten them up. And then let them go. Oh, it feels so wonderful. Now pull your shoulders up to your ears. in the back and in the sides, in the front as much as you can. And then let your shoulders go. Oh, that feels so wonderful. Now do your right ear to your right shoulder, stretching out your left. And then let that go. And then your left ear to your left shoulder, and let that go. Your head back. Tighten up all the muscles in the back of your neck. And then pull it forward. Tighten up under your chin. Sounds like my neighbor's mowing gravel. Now let's do our faces. Pull your facial muscles in. Pull your cheeks in, your eyes tight, your lips. And then just let it go. Feel wonderful. Just gonna check in with your body and see if there's any tension anywhere. For me, it's my triceps, so stretch out the triceps. And just notice how good it feels for your body to relax. Just settling in. Take a moment and listen. And imagine you can smell the hyacinths blooming, the jonquils. All the smells of spring. I have some pictures. My weeping cherry and my plum trees are blooming. So relaxation is about knowing that everything's okay. Everything is okay. My recording this meditation while my neighbor is mowing is okay. I hope that my voice is louder to you than that noise, but I just love that sound. I love all the sounds of summer and spring. So we know that we are infinite spirits, that our truest nature is spirit, spiritual, and we are having these human experiences. And if you think about your spirit is connected to the infinite. So just like, there's one car in a train, but it's connected to the whole rest of the train. So the train is huge, even though the one car is, a car in and of itself. And so you can connect to the rest of your train. So let's imagine connecting to our infinite selves. Imagine just kind of like being aware that your energy is bigger than you are, and knowing that even your aura is bigger. You can make it a lot bigger, pull it in tightly, but it's also connected to the infinite, to this infinite oneness that as human beings we can see where my body stops and somebody else's starts, and where the ground stops and starts, the fence behind me, all that, the dog who has not visited me yet, but I'm sure will. And so we feel this sense of separation, but in spirit, in energy, we are all one. We know that, from having lived through this pandemic, that a virus that started, halfway around the world affects us, can affect us, and did, and probably still is in lots of ways. And so we are all connected. We are all one. So let's relax into that oneness. Feel your body relax. And let's imagine that we leave our bodies behind and we bring our consciousness The typical visualization is up through the crown of your head, through your crown chakra. Bring your consciousness up into your infinite self. So whether that's a ball of white light just above the top of your head, or whether it's planet U, which is, millions of light years away, but you're able to go there in the wink of an eye just by thinking about it. And the guides are telling me, let's do planet U. So imagine that you are now going to the center of your oneness with all that is. You are feeling yourself surrounded by loved ones, surrounded by peace and unconditional love, surrounded by wisdom and harmony, all the good stuff, all the energy that you need, all the relaxation that you need. So imagine that when you are on planet U, there's this chair there that absolutely fits your body perfectly. It was made for you, and when you go stretch out in that chair, you feel supported everywhere you would like to feel supported. Not too much in any place, not too little, just perfect support, which is certainly a metaphor for what Spirit gives us, perfect support. And then let's visualize our spirit guides and guardian angels all around us. Again, that perfect support. All of that infinite, unconditional love all around us. And know that the universe, the one presence and the one power, God, whatever your name for it is moving in, through, and as you. It's divine flow, and it is flowing unimpeded, perfectly, exactly as it needs to, exactly where it needs to go in every moment. Nothing happens in this world by accident. Things appear to be accidents, and certainly things happen that we didn't intend to, but that doesn't mean that they are truly divine accidents. Everything is working together for our highest good. I invite you to think back to things in your life that you would have thought, oh, I don't want to do that, but you did it anyway for one reason or another, and it turned out better than you ever could have imagined. We just got finished with a series on the 12 steps, and I have a friend who was a long-time member of a 12-step group, and she said, I just got into it to kind of save my life, and I never thought it would become so wonderful, that it would be so helpful to me. And I can think of so many things. When I actually moved here to the Kansas City area, I didn't know what to expect, and so I really had no expectations. I had a neighbor in Albuquerque who had just moved to Albuquerque from this area, and she said, "Oh, you'll love it there." She was really the only source of information I had. And I do love it here, and wonderful, wonderful things have happened here, and it would not have been in my plan. So the point that the Spirit is making, that the guides are making, is that sometimes when we let go of our ideas, maybe all the time when we let go of our ideas and we allow God's ideas to just happen, we don't resist, we just get out of the way, get out of God's way. How wonderful it can be. We allow the infinite presence. I've heard the saying, allow God to be God in me. Allow God to be God in you. Allow God to be God as you. through you. I get a sense of relaxation when I realize that ultimately I'm not in charge. I'm not the ruler of the world, the master of the universe, any of those things. Thank goodness. That's a responsibility I wouldn't want to have. And so I can relax and be in the flow. It's kind of like, do I have to be the one to guide the river, or do I get to be the one floating in an inner tube down the river, allowing the current to take me where it will? And I've had wonderful, wonderful times in a canoe on a river and in an inner tube. Going with the flow. Relax and know that while you may not be able to see the outcome, you may not be able to predict the outcome, sometimes that's better. Sometimes when we have no expectations, we get the best results. I've heard it said that expectations are premeditated resentments. In other words, when somebody expects something of you and you don't deliver, and they become angry or resentful, if they never hit that expectation to begin with, everybody'd still be getting along. So I am just grateful for those of you who join my meditations each week. I've got some surprises in store a few weeks from now, some new pictures. But for now, let's be in this moment. Let's treasure this moment. The sun is kind of peeking through the clouds, and it just feels so wonderful on my skin. I think feeling the sun on your skin the first time, the first warm day after a cold spell, just feels wonderful. Daisy snooping around the leaves. Just let it go. We trust. We do. We trust that the universe has our back. That God is moving in, through, and as you. I heard a story recently that it was actually a few weeks ago when the Oscars were, that I guess it was Lady Gaga and Liza Minnelli were out, and Liza was having trouble, and someone overheard Lady Gaga say, "It's okay, I've got your back." And what a powerful thing that is when we feel that someone's got our back. And when you feel that the universe has your back, that everything's going to be fine, that everything is fine. And if things feel like they're not fine, pretty often it's because we have expectations that they should be different. And when we accept that everything is moving about for our highest good, it is just wonderful out. The temperature is perfect. There's a nice breeze. I hope you can hear the birds. Just let it go and know that everything is in divine order. Your infinite soul is one with God, is one with all that is. So that nothing is going to happen that is not part of the divine plan. It's not to say that things aren't going to happen that are difficult, because they probably will. And life isn't always easy, but that doesn't mean that it's not always full of opportunity and rich and beautiful and heart connected. As human beings, that's our big opportunity, is to connect heart to heart. So imagine opening your heart up, picturing whomever you want around you, your loved ones, your friends, the people doing this meditation, your pets, mind's giving me the eye. Picture yourself surrounded by all those people and open up your heart and just send that heart, that love that is part of you. Send it to everyone you want to send it to. Maybe send it to the people in this world who are suffering right now. People who are trying their best. Maybe people who don't have any energy left to try. Let's open up our hearts and just send them love and blessings. And know that, the earth is round, so what you send out eventually comes back around to you. So all that love that you just sent out, keep your heart open and feel it come back to you. Feel your heart absorb the infinite love that is flowing in, through, and as me to you. I open my heart to you, sending you infinite, unconditional love. That means that there's no end to this love, and I love you no matter what. You don't have to like me. We don't have to like each other, and we can still love each other. I have some neighbors who I just adore, and we have very different political views. And I made it clear to them from the beginning that we didn't have to agree on everything in order to be friends. Just know that all is well, and all is well. And just keep doing the next right thing. Keep putting one foot in front of the other, and you will know. And if you don't know, then don't take a step. It's okay to pause. It's okay to rest. We trust that the universe is guiding us in every moment, and if we're not aware of the guidance, then we can just pause. Remember, you are the infinite, expressing here as you, expressing here uniquely and wonderfully as you. And I am grateful that you are here. I continue to have my heart open to you. I send you infinite love and blessings. The God in me, moving in, through, and as me, recognizes and honors and loves the God moving in, through, and as you. Namaste.